Welcome back to this special holiday episode, episode 3 of the HFTP Viewpoint podcast series. I'm Jeff Horowitz, Chief Revenue Officer at Post Hospitality Payments. We're coming to you from beautiful Vancouver at the CIO Summit, where some of the brightest technology leaders in hospitality are sharing insights and shaping what's next for our beloved industry. In this episode, Scott Campbell joins us once again as we continue our CIO conversation, this time focusing on which technologies are truly driving operational efficiency and what advancements in robotics and automation are making the greatest impact across hospitality today. Over to you, Scott.
Operational efficiencies.
Okay.
Let's talk about what technologies are proving most effective to streamlining your operations.
I think today we are still just sort of at the beginning of using technologies to further streamline. I think we've been doing this for years, right? We've been using technologies to streamline. Something that comes to mind is sort of revenue management. And you're getting rates based on what's going on in the competition. We used to have to, when I worked at a front desk, we called around every night to get rates from all of our comp set. That's not a thing anymore. So we have been using technology in that way. I would say we continue to use it to reduce the amount of guest interaction with team members in terms of really simple things. What time does the pool close? What time does the coffee shop open? Those types of things are really helping us have our teams focus more on meaningful guest interaction.
Okay. And then what advancements in robotics and automations are you seeing out there? People want to know.
People want to know. Well, so we were just at High Tech
Yeah,
together as well.
With robots everywhere.
There were
exactly.
robots
It's
running
crazy.
around the floor.
Yeah.
So that's really my perspective is we see robots doing things like deliveries and, vacuum robots and things like that. Did you see the one that was like making coffee?
I did.
The humanoid
I
robot
did.
making coffee. That was great.
And the ones that was folding towels.
Right.
Yeah,
How interesting
it was
is
crazy.
that?
It was crazy.
So I'm not really far into the robotics scene. We haven't necessarily put a lot of investment in that way, but that's really how I see it is, again, some of these rote tasks that really benefit from consistency and quality will be covered by robotics.
Okay, cool. Robotics and automations. Where you stand in that?
We've sampled a lot of and piloted a lot of robots out there, where they're cleaning robots, delivery robots, etc. Where I think the biggest application we're going to see in robots is actually in autonomous vehicles.
Wow.
I think there's a big opportunity, whether it's shuttles to the airport, whether it's the courtesy cars we have going around. It would be really cool to have those be autonomous and be telling you about the town, almost like your best Airbnb host, but as the autonomous driver. So that's where I think robotics will be heading in our industry.
That's crazy. Okay. I can go with that.
Perfect.
What technologies are proving most effective in streamlining operations?
I think today you're seeing most of it in the call centers, in the back office, in the operations side of the house. A lot of us are looking to improve efficiencies for the franchisees and for the way that we provide services while we figure out what's happening with generative AI and how to protect things from hallucinations or protect the world from things where it's maybe a little bit riskier to put it straight in front of a guest today, but it's less riskier to put it in front of an employee or franchisee where we can control that experience and set expectations and deal with hallucinations and all those types of things.
Right.
But it's coming.
You hit on robotics.
Yes.
Let's talk about automations a little bit. Are you finding any really cool automations that'll streamline your business and
There's a
make things
lot
more
of
effective?
vendors out there that are touting that, right?
Yeah.
Robotics, I've seen a few humanoid types of experiences they're trying to pitch in hotels, and it's an interesting reality that maybe we'll get to someday. It needs to bring the cost down. It needs to become more efficient for a franchisee to do that, not just chase the shiny object or chase something that's fun and interesting. But when it becomes cheaper to, for example, deal with cleaning laundry or something like that with a robot or technology that handles that for you, so that the guests get the more of the human experience, you might see some of those types of things. But I think right now you're seeing that mostly in supply chain side of the house. Dealing with how do you get product around the world, those types of things.
Cool.
I think RPAs is one of the technology and background that you don't hear a lot about, and it's happening in such a way that it's just built into certain functions, certain application stack and processes. For us, we adopted RPA technology where we can automate a lot of processes and to sort of augment and help our staff to be efficient, right? In the back end, from a corporate perspective, we do a lot of automation in processes, right? We the whole process automation initiative where the focus is around enhancing processes, making processes more efficient, so it's less human reliant. Just have human in the loop. So we're not changing people, but we're actually making things. A month end shouldn't take a month to close.
No.
Those are the kind of things we're trying to address from a back-end perspective. From a hotel operations perspective, again, is injecting, I guess, tech that is not going to make it seem icky, I guess, for lack of a better word,
Right.
but make certain that the guest has options.
Okay.
So whether or not it's kiosks, whether or not it's even at the operations end, whether or not it's deploying delivery robots or robots to vacuum the hallways and the floors of the hotel, that creates a cleaner environment. Those are the kind of things we see as being important to us.
Very, very cool. Thank you very much for coming. Appreciate you. And thank you for watching HFTP Viewpoint.
Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. To learn more about how Post Hospitality Payments can elevate your payment experience, just scan the QR code on your screen to connect with us. We appreciate you joining the conversation, and we'll see you in the next episode of the HFTP Viewpoint podcast series. Have a happy holidays from all of us at HFTP and Post Hospitality Payments.